So spinal fusion video update. We didn't get much to you from the surgery.
The surgery was September 9th.
The surgery had complications. Apparently, the anesthesiologist said, this was all in the notes, I'm barely coming to from being on life support, so I'm getting bits and pieces and trying to piece everything together. Is that I was basically climbing the OR table.
You were trying to get off the bed right in the recovery room before you even got to the ICU.
While he still had me cut open.
While he still had you in sedation and everything, yes.
So I've had reactions to anesthesia before. Nothing like that. But I've had violent fits, and so has my daughter and my son. We don't react well to anesthesia. A lot of people don't, but I've never ever heard of anything like that. So that happened, and Dr. Grimm, I guess, detected that there were some tears.
There was one tear in the sac. There was one tear in the sac.
So I was leaking spinal fluid, and
so you had to lay on your back for quite some time.
I was laying on my back. I guess that is to keep you from having a headache, or whatever they have to keep you on your back.
Ended up getting fluid in your lungs and having an infection.
And I ended up with spinal fluid in my lungs, and a really bad infection. And I was on life support for 10 days. Yeah. I'm lucky to be here. I've been through the ringer. I feel like I'm getting a little better every day, but I feel like crap for the most part. I never expected anything like this to happen. I mean, I had my worries, but I remember just thinking the night before surgery that no matter what happens, that God's got this. And,
good or bad.
Good or bad, and I'm going to be okay. And that's what happened. Yet, still even then. I don't remember a whole lot. I was having a dream that I was in the Caribbean with someone. I knew him, but it wasn't Gil. So, maybe I was just hanging out with God. I don't know. But the Caribbean was a good choice. I thought that was pretty cool. So, hint, hint. That was so nice. But anyway, so I am currently out of ICU, gadgeted, off of my ventilators, and into my own little private room, which is really, really nice. And I have to learn how to do lots of things over again,
And it's a process. It's not going to be the next day thing.
It's been a process. I had to learn how to swallow again. I had to learn how to eat again.
You're doing more today than you did yesterday?
Doing way more today. I'm off the catheter. Yeah.
You actually sat in a chair?
I actually sat in a chair. I got to sit in the chair for about 30 minutes. PT's supposed to be here today, and I'm going to see if with my walker we can actually walk down the hall. I mean, I know that they're going to think I'm trying to go gung-ho too fast. But
even just a little bit of walking, if you get to the door and back, you're good.
We've been learning the log roll, and the ladies, probably 10 times yesterday, I get up to go to my little bedside commode thing and back, was teaching me proper ways, how to use my walker, what to feel for, what to lift off of, and things like that. So, it's really educating.
So all in all, you're recovering now.
I'm recovering now, yeah. I don't think that anybody's fault or anybody to blame. I think it just happened, and it makes me think about life in a different sense. Again, had a few close encounters in my life. And to remember, no matter what, just to keep living.
And then after the spinal fusion that you had, the original one, you had to go back in, and Dr. Grimm had to seal it back up. And to thus far, there is no leaking, so it is all completely fine.
Yeah, they're just still giving me breathing treatments, and I have a what's he called?
Pulmonary doctor.
Pulmonary doctor. That I may end up being on breathing treatments permanently, is what the nurse said earlier. So we're gonna stay followed up with him. He's an amazing doctor. Props out to Dr. What's his name?
Rieti.
Rieti, yeah. He's great bedside manner. Real, really down to earth, explains it to you. There was a time that, he told my husband that it was critical for me. And my husband had to go through that without me and make those decisions. So I couldn't imagine what he must have been feeling.
But I had the support of a church family and our family.
Yeah. And
who helped
God
me through
was
it.
with him. And I got a good guy. And I didn't pick him because if I'd picked him, I'd have messed up. My picker was broke, so I asked God to help me this time, and he picked the perfect guy for me. And, our story is different from everyone else's because it's ours. And that's why we wanted to start making these blocks, So this is it. This is part of recovery. So, I'm, 4 days out of surgery now? Last surgery?
The last surgery was Tuesday. Yeah, you came up here, you got your room here yesterday. So Saturday, 19th.
So 4 days post-op. And I can definitely tell you, even though I'm not completely healed, most of my pain is incision pain. I do not feel that burning, stinging, stabbing pain in my back that I felt before when I stand up. It's not there. I don't feel all that pressure in my legs. The sciatica, it's gone. That was almost an instant relief. So we can just get this incision better and get me walking. Things are going to be good. And take care of my lungs. And watch, for stuff like that. So.
And with that, we will wrap it up.
So yeah, and we will be continued and let you know on updates. We won't do everyday updates because I'm very cray-cray and up and down. So I'll have enough for you in the next 3 days to update. Trust me. It has been like the days of our lives at St. Mary's Hospital already.
Okay.